Well, good day, viewers, and welcome to today's Sports Wrap Show. I am your host, Brian Munango, unpacking and updating you with the latest sports news. Well, Tottenham accept Bayern Munich offer for striker Harry Kane. It all seems that the English player will be heading over to play in Germany next season. Wolves appoint O'Neill as new manager after Lopetegui exits. That means a new season is on the horizon for Wolves, literally. But more on that when we get into today's hit list. Well, to start off, Namibia's most high-profile cricketer, David Visa, named player of the match on Wednesday night in England's current ongoing professional league named the 100. That is playing for this franchise, the Northern Superchargers against the Trent Rockets at Nottingham. Visa walked into bat with a team score of 74 live. The Namibian faced only 25 balls, of which he hit 4 sixes and 3 fours to finish an unbeaten on 54 runs and boost his team to a competitive total of 142 and ultimately win by only 3 runs. Well, Windhoek FC coach Justice Sitabi says giving young players an opportunity in the futsal first division is something he admires. His first division team contains players who are younger than 20 or in the early 20s. The team experienced a heavy defeat last weekend, which Sitabi believes they can bounce back from. He called on coaches to consider young players and take them to improve their skills. He also believes that sports in Namibia can only improve if they are able to catch them while they are still young. Well, the Futsal Football League commenced a fortnight ago, and supporters say it has given an opportunity to the players that aren't able to play in the Premier League, which means the futsal also acquired accreditation from the Namibian Football Association. So we look forward to the league to continue. Well, Zoom In is up next right after the break. Well, today in studio we have Javon Wilson from Sports Betting, from JSB Sports Betting, to speak more about the Premier League Predictor campaign that is set to start tomorrow. So let's stay tuned for that interview. Okay, well, today in studio we are joined by none other than Javon, all the way from JSB Sports Betting. Javon, how are you doing today?
Very well. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay, let's get right into it. I mean, tomorrow is Friday. We are all very excited for the first game of the Premier League. How excited are you personally for the Premier League?
Personally, myself, I'm extremely excited. I'm a football fanatic. I'm looking forward to the season ahead, kicking off with a curtain raiser between Burnley, a newly promoted team, up against Man City, the current
Guardiola,
champions.
I mean,
Exactly. I think myself personally, I think there might be an upset in the game. But
first match,
I have a feeling there might be an upset. As you said, company, former player of Pep, has a lot of insight and knowledge about how Pep operates, and I feel like there might be, and them Burnley playing at home could be an upset on the cards.
That's a bold statement. You're very brave for saying you feel like the defending champions will lose against the promoted side. Did you think about that? Did you?
Well, I didn't say
apply
lose.
Your mind?
When I said upset, I think there could be a tie. I think it could be a draw. It could be a score draw.
So many questions to ask you. Why?
We'll have to see. Let's speak tomorrow after the match,
okay.
and then we'll see whether my intuition was correct or not.
Okay, but before we continue with the conversation, just know that Haaland plays for Man City. KDB plays for Man City. They just got a new defender, Gravidol. Pep was very passionate about that. They have a similar surname. They have him in defense. So I'm just going to put that out there just so we all know about that. And Burnley is a promoted side. Burnley it's just coming back into the Premier League. But
no, I definitely hear you. Mm-hmm. But with all that said, a lot of key players from Man City, from the Champions treble winning side, have left.
Yeah, there's also that.
Yeah, a couple of players have left. There's a couple of doubts of Bernardo Silva also perhaps leaving. So yeah, we'll have to see. As I said, I feel there's an upset on the cards.
The upset could be
because there's no pressure. There's no pressure on Burnley. I mean, playing against the current champions.
Yeah.
Playing at home, they're promoted. They can go out and enjoy the occasion, and let's see.
We're all very excited for Friday. I can't wait. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about the competition that's on the deck. Let's talk about the reason why we are both sitting here today. The Sports Rep in partnership with JSB Sports Betting.
Yes, we are very excited to be in partnership with NMH and the Sports Rep campaign, with the EPL Predictor campaign, that is, where we have clients or customers that can enter their predictions on the Super Brew app. And we have exciting prizes. We have a weekly prize for the top performer. I think it's about $500 Namibian. Okay. And the next 10 best performing performers will then receive $50 Namibian in betting vouchers from us. Each.
Every week now, that is.
That is every week. Sure. And then we have a grand prize at the end. I think it's $25,000 Namibian for the winner. Second prize is $15,000 and the third prize is $10,000. So let's challenge the nation out there to see how good their football knowledge really is now by predicting it weekly. And it's difficult, predicting the results is
Premier League is
always difficult. But the points are allocated according to how close you also get to the result. So you don't need to necessarily have the correct result.
As long as you're on the right path with a win at least, and you still get a point. Okay, but terms and conditions. Let's talk about the most important thing that people need to know. If you want to take part in this competition, you need to sign up with JSB Sports Betting.
That is correct. But, however, the most important thing, you need to be 18 or over.
Okay.
Strictly no under 18s.
True.
Yeah, no under 18s. So 18 years over, you can enter the competition. Make sure that you sign up with JSB Sports Betting. That's at jsbsports.bet. We're looking forward to having a lot of people join and see how vast the knowledge is in Namibia of the football.
And winning a competition like that, it comes with a great feeling. I mean, if you sign up and you get into this competition and you win the competition, I mean, the bragging rights that come with that. As a football fanatic, that's just huge. But I would like to ask our team to quickly bring up a picture of the Premier League games that are taking place on Saturday. This is now just for me to get your insight of your thoughts of Saturday's game. Let's start off with Arsenal taking on Nottingham Forest at home. We also have Brighton who will be playing Luton. We have Bournemouth who will be taking on West Ham. Sheffield, newly promoted as well, hosting Crystal Palace. I think we could have our first upset, maybe they, but not with Man City. And then we have Everton and Fulham, where I honestly feel I see a draw. I'm going to be bold and say I see a 2-2 draw with that game. Honestly, I don't see both teams being potent enough or capable of doing anything. I mean, Everton struggled to stay up in the Premier League last season. Fulham might not have Mitrovic this season, I think, because he made a statement that he doesn't want to play for them anymore. So yeah, run me through it. What are your thoughts there?
Well, starting at the top, Arsenal, a lunchtime kickoff. From my personal experience, lunchtime kickoffs are very tricky.
Okay.
It's early season. I know Arsenal played last Sunday. I would say that's a draw. That's a score draw 1-1.
What?
Score draw 1-1 confidently.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Next up, you said Brighton up against
Luton.
newly
promoted.
Brighton up against newly promoted Luton.
Okay.
That's correct. We all know how well Brighton performed last season.
we saw.
They're in Europe this season. Luton newly promoted. Brighton at home. 4-1 Brighton.
4-1.
Yeah.
Okay.
4-1 Brighton.
Okay, we have Bournemouth and West Ham. I hope you guys
Interesting.
are taking
Bournemouth, West Ham. West Ham, they won the Conference League.
Yes.
Yeah, they won the Conference League last season. They did very well. Big loss in losing Declan Rice
to Arsenal.
Massive loss.
That was sad.
Massive loss, but I see they have agreed terms for Harry Maguire,
I
which
was
is
about to say that now.
which is great for United.
It's great for West Ham as well. Yeah. It's really great I think it's good for both parties. So
But West Ham have been performing pretty well.
Yeah.
A little bit inconsistent, but I don't see Bournemouth doing anything significant in that game.
Okay.
West Ham 4-0.
West Ham 4-0.
Yeah.
Okay. Sheffield Crystal Palace. Newly promoted Sheffield against struggling Crystal Palace.
Well,
who lost Zaha.
Yeah, well,
Just to mention.
Just to correct you, they're not newly promoted Sheffield United. Were they not in the...
No,
they are newly
they
promoted.
are newly
Yeah,
promoted.
okay,
They
yes.
finished second after Bournemouth in the championship.
Okay, yeah. You're correct there. Palace away, they lost the coach. Vieira I think he was doing a decent job there.
Disagree?
Yeah,
But
but
okay.
I
Strongly
mean,
disagree.
considering the team that he inherited, and I think the old man is there again.
The old man is back, so
He's
I
back.
think they're better with the old man than
And
with
he's very
Vieira.
solid in his methodology. 2-0 Crystal Palace.
2-0 Crystal Palace. Hope you guys are taking notes. Okay, let's talk about the last game. Everton against Fulham.
Well, you said it best. Mitrovic isn't there.
Okay.
However, they did replace him with Raúl Jiménez from Wolves.
Wolves.
Yes.
Interesting buy.
Very,
Fulham.
yeah.
Wow, okay.
Very good signing. And Everton being, they almost got relegated last
Almost
season.
got relegated, yeah.
I would go 2-0 Fulham.
2-0 Fulham. Okay, well, there you have the men's predictions. I gave you guys mine already. Speaking of the big game, I wanted to save the big game for last. We don't need to talk about that one a lot. Manchester United taking on Wolves. I know we are both Manchester United
Yes.
supporters, but I feel like you are a more faithful supporter than I am. Backstage, he was talking about Manchester United. He feels are going to win the Premier League. And yeah, that you just lost me there. I feel like that's very brave of you.
Well, considering the side that Ten Hag has built
Okay.
last season, and the additional signings that we have now, we have a full-on number 9 in Højlund. I think that was a strategical signing from him.
I
Considering,
feel like that's a good signing. Do you feel like
Pep.
he can just come fall into the team and Man United will flourish? Or what do you think?
I wouldn't.
Goals come?
No, I wouldn't say just fall in, but he's young.
Okay.
We have a young team now. We can build on him. We can build the team around him. Having as I said, out and out number 9, very important. Martial wasn't really performing that well. He's inconsistent and also very injury prone. I back United. Obviously, I'm biased, but I back them to win the league this season.
Okay.
And just on that note, when you were asking about the match on Monday night, look, Wolves lost their coach, Julian Lopetegui, very good coach. So I think they're going through a transition now with a lot of players leaving. I think
Jimenez, like you said, left. Neves going for Saudi Arabia.
Neves went to Saudi Arabia,
I think.
and I think also Joao Moutinho was released. So there's a whole transition period going on there. United playing at home, front of the Old Trafford faithful. 3-0 United.
Fortress last season. That was a fortress last
exactly.
season. So you think 3-0 first game?
3-0 easy, confidently.
Okay, I would say 2-0. I don't expect us to confidently beat Wolves. Wolves always give us they always show up. And I feel like the worst time to play a team in the Premier League is when they're busy transitioning, when there is no... when there's no structure, when they can play for themselves, that's when a team is most dangerous. But I strongly feel 2-0 will be a good result for Manchester United. But yeah, there you heard from the man himself, the results of the Premier League. Please do sign up and then you can join us. And then we can discuss football every weekend. I mean, we look forward to the first game week. You are in the pool as well as...
Well,
Okay,
myself.
not necessarily you, but yeah, you guys have.
We have Boza. Boza is in the pool.
Boza the mascot.
Yeah,
okay,
our mascot is there. We'll see what his football insight and knowledge is this season, how good that is. Just quickly, I just wanted to mention, besides the Predictor campaign, we also have our JSB Mega Giveaway Premier League campaign that we always have. We had it last season. It was quite successful, I would say. This season, we're giving away 2 motor vehicles, brand new motor vehicles.
Oh, you guys pushed the bar this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
All you need to do is firstly and foremost, make sure you're 18 or over. Make sure that you sign up with us and place any pre-match sports bets throughout the season of 20 Namibian dollars. And if your ticket is a losing ticket, you
Then
automatically get entered in May at the last weekend of the
Premier League.
Okay,
now speaking of prizes, you were saying this year you guys are having what for the people who want to compete in that or take part in the...
So we're giving away 2 motor vehicles, Suzuki's. One will be, the grand prize will be the Swift, the new Swift. The second prize will be the Espresso. Then we'll have a third prize of 25,000, and then we have some other cash prizes as well.
I know, definitely a lot to be excited about. We will have the link for you in the description below so that you guys can just sign up quick there, and please be 18 and above to make sure that you can take part in this beautiful competition. And at the end of the day, we all want to just win that car. I mean, I spoke to one of my colleagues earlier and she said she's just entering just for the Espresso because that is all that she's looking forward to. Now, Pachapon, thank you for your time. Thank you for coming to be with us in studio here. We are all very excited for the first weekend of the Premier League with some bold predictions from Javon and myself. So we look forward to hearing from you guys very soon. Well, a few bold predictions from from JSB there. Hopefully he can come off with some good predictions in this one. But we are all excited for the Premier League that is starting tomorrow with Man City kicking us off, as you heard him say. The 1-1 was his poll predicting for Man City against Burnley, the defending champions, mind you. Well, the youth segment of the show is up next, and we will be back with you. Well, Namibia's tennis athletes, who yesterday started off competition by beating the highly rated Zimbabwe tennis athletes with a 6-1, 6-4 victory in the Davis Cup Group 3 tournament in Pretoria, South Africa. Well, yesterday they did really well. The team got a result in a dream start for Namibia, who's in the 81st position on the world ranking and is only 5th best in the tournament compared to Zimbabwe's 72nd position. The 4-day tournament will see Cody van Schalkwyk, Conor van Schalkwyk, Steyn Diepenaar, Nguvi Hinda, and Daniel House go up against the players from Algeria, Benin, Senegal, Zimbabwe, Ivory Coast, and South Africa. The top 3 countries will gain promotion to the World Level 2 in the Auspice Tennis team event, said Yandre Besaidenout, the Namibian Tennis Association director. So good luck to Namibia. They're participating in the Davis Cup in South Africa. Well, our Rugby Joel segment is up next.
How do you find the perfect time? Is it in what we create? Or is perfection a form of art? Can we taste the perfect time? Move to it. Feel it. Or is it best enjoyed together? The perfect time is out there. Come with us to find it. Vintage Draft. Perfect time, perfect beer.
Well, an exciting times as we get the team lineup of Namibia that will be taking on Chile. Namibia makes a few enforced changes from the team released on the 8th of August 2023 to play against Chile on Saturday in Valparaiso. That's all we know. Well, Luis van der Weijsen will now start at the second and take on the role as vice captain, with standby player Ludwig Jacobs all the way from Grootfontein joining the team on Friday. He is set to depart Namibia today to join up with the team. This comes after Torsten van Jaarsveld bicep muscle injury during Tuesday's training session. Ruan Ludik has been selected to replace Wanivi at number 5 after suffering a lower back muscle strain in the match against Uruguay and not recovering sufficiently for a tough encounter against Chile. While despite the past weekend's game, the team remains upbeat and positive going into the last match on tour. This is great preparations and testing of depth for our squad, said Alistair Coetzee. Well, the 6 hours time difference means that the local kicking off time will be at 11 o'clock, Namibian time that is. So for those that want to tune into that game for that one. Box also announced their 33-man squad for the World Cup as they tend to defend their World Cup. That is, as you can see there, we have Fukas Bongi Bobani, Jean Klein in lock there, and then we have Flyhouse, Mani, and Damien round there. Well, that's all that we have for you for this special segment. Ari Hochad is up next with international news.
This month on DSTV Compact Plus.
What you hear is excitement.
Relive the magic of Aretha Franklin as the Queen of Soul delivers a mesmerizing performance in Paris. Join ex-military Major Jack Reacher as he is drawn into investigating various murderous plots in this blockbuster movie franchise.
Remember, you wanted this.
One magnificent prophecy, Mr. Reacher.
Tag along as couples across Nigeria enjoy a roller coaster of emotions in the build-up to their big day.
See where you get it from, you made your dress. I think with that, I'm good.
And take your seat at the National Athletic Center in Budapest as the world's best compete for gold at the World's Championships.
Oh my word, it was really tight the line. The Americans take it from Jamaica.
It's your moment to be entertained by staying connected to DSTV Compact Plus.
Save your budget one bargain at a time with WB. Get 900-gram Hugo's Jam for $29.99. 2 kg Rice King Rice for $32.99. 1 kg Mama's Washing Powder for $26.99. 10 Soft and Gentle Toilet Rolls for $34.99. Plus, our budget combo for just $389.99. See all our super savings online at www.woermanbrock.com. We care.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with tennis news first. It's a National Bank Open, or also called the Canadian Open, that started. It is week 1. It's a round of 32 on the men's and women's side of the draw. It's a Thousands tournament on the WTA and the ATP tournament, and that is a Thousands tournament because all the best players in the world playing in this tournament. News from the men's draw first. Quite a few seeded players that's out of the tournament. Number 5 seed Holger Rune, he lost to Marcus Giron, and the score there 6-2, 4-6 and 6-3. Also the number 4 seed, that is Stefanos Tsitsipas, he's out. He lost against Gilles Monfils, he's from France, and 6-4, 6-3 the score in that one. Also Mackenzie Hughes knocking over Andrei Rublev 6-4, 6-3. So lots of the seeded players out of the men's draw. The number 1 seeded player, Carlos Alcaraz of Spain, the defending Wimbledon champion, he beat Ben Sheldon in the round of 32 by 6-3 and 7-6. And then number 2 seed Daniel Medvedev also safely through, and also Casper Ruud, number 3 seed, also through to the round of 16. In the women's side of the draw, it is not good news for Maria Sakkari. She lost to Danielle Collins, and that was 6-4 and 6-2. Maria Sakkari, number 6 seed, and then number 1 and 2 seeds also safely through in the women's draw. Iga Swiatek, she safely through. Arena Sabalenka, the 2nd seed, also through to the next round. And good news for Canada is that Leila Fernandez, she's from Canada, a local player, she's through. She beat the number 11 seed, Beatrice Haddad-Maia, so she's also through to the round of 16. That is Leila Fernandez. She was a finalist in the US Open 2 years ago. Continuing with soccer news, and the negotiations for Harry Kane, the England captain and Tottenham Hotspur striker, is continuing. It seems like Bayern Munich and Tottenham Hotspur have agreed on terms that mean that if it is accepted by Harry Kane, he will move over to Bayern Munich for the new season to play Bundesliga and also play Champions League for them. He's got 1 year left on his contract, and Tottenham Hotspur agreed to sell him if he wants to go to Bayern Munich. Then also there's a change in coaching, and that is for Wolverhampton. They've got a new coach. It is Gary O'Neill. He's been signed on a 3-year deal, and he previously coached Bournemouth. And now moving on to rugby news. It is the 2023 France Rugby World Cup that starts in a month's time in Paris, and it is the coach of Australia, Eddie Jones, that announced these 33 players to represent Australia at the World Cup. Quite a few surprises in the team. Firstly, the average age is just 26 of the team, and an average of just 20 tests per player, so it's a very young squad that is selected. The omission of 2 highly experienced players caught the eye. The first one is Michael Hooper. He's played 125 tests for Australia and was also the co-captain in the Rugby Championship, and he's been playing for Australia since 2012, but he's not included in the squad. And also Quade Cooper, he plays fly-off. He played 80 tests for Australia. He's also not in the test squad. So it was announced that the co-captains for this World Cup will be Will Shelton, he's the lock, and also Tate McDermott, he's a very inexperienced scrum half, so they will be co-captains of the team. Australia play against Wales, against Fiji, also Georgia and Portugal in their group phases.
Well, that brings us to the end of today's show. Sports Wrap will be back again tomorrow, same time, same place. Goodbye.